Namaste again, my beautiful queens. I have done the video a couple of days ago, which called His Past, Present, and Future with You. And I promised you, excuse me, that I will do your past, present, and future with Him. How do you see the past with Him? What is going on in the present time with Him and you, and what is possible future between you two. We will do 3 rows and 3 cards because I cannot do more because I will not have enough time. But as always, I want you to determine the period of time you want to ask that question. Of course, period of time for the future, not for the present and for the past. We had a video 2 days ago how he sees past, present, and future with you. Now we will see how you see the past, present, and what the future holds with you. We're going to use the Arcanum Tarot, and I will use, because today is the 14th, we will use the Dorian Virtue Romancing Angels. And so choose the number from 1 to 3, either 1 or 2 or 3 for one man. Please don't choose 1 and 3 for one man. You're going to be confused. So how you see what was going on between you two, what is going on between you two, and what will be going on between you two. Okay, not holding it upside down. Row number 1. Your past with Him, your present with Him, your future with Him. Row number 2, your past, your present, your future. Row number 3, your past, your present, your future. Now we are going to take those and do this one card here as an advice or just additional information what will be happening to, and 3. So let me drink some of water and we will go again. Row number 1, row number 2. What is my voice? Row number 3. We are going to put this one so far here. We will look at this later. So your past with Him, Hierophant. So interesting, very interesting past. So for some of you this was your husband. For some of you, in the past, it was your husband. So it's your ex-husband or ex-fiancé. But this is only for some of you. For some of you, you met, you completely fell in love with a man, because this is a symbol of a married man. Another thing, this is a man who you've met, a man, because this is equivalent to the Pope. So a man who has a certain power, and who has you have a certain like you work together, you have a goal together. For example, your goal is to build, I don't know, the center for unprivileged children or something else. So you just met him and you thought to yourself, this is the man of my life. This is a man I would want to spend my whole life with. This is a perfect man. He's the best. He always does everything right. This is a traditionalist type of a man, too much into tradition. He's respectable. He holds his feelings under rigid control. Sometimes they are so so-called old-fashioned type of a man who is not modern at all. Like he needs to get a blessing of your mother, blessing of your father, blessing of your whole family in order to take you out to the theater. So it's a very good. Of course, if you're dealing with narcissistic psychopaths, this would be a wrong thing for you. Maybe you thought he was like this. Okay, because narcissists can wear masks very skillfully. So maybe you thought he was like this, but I don't think so. Maybe not, but this is how you saw him like this. Maybe he is like this, he was like this, or he probably seemed to you like this. But it's just, it could be a teacher. You fell for a teacher, a spiritual teacher, or a teacher in your school, or a teacher in your university, or your boss, or somebody you admire. So this is your past with this man. Your present with this. Okay, well, it all makes sense now. Your present, nothing is happening in the present. What you see in this card is, you see the Four of Swords. Four of Swords in this deck looks like the meditation, a man sitting in meditation. Unfortunately, it's an absolute stagnation. It's nothing's happening, nothing is going on. And for some of you, it's true. This can be a married man, so nothing is going on because he can't. If he's not married, then nothing is going on because he considers it's inappropriate. But this is the present. What is in present happening between you two? Nothing is happening between you two. Either you both took time out if something was happening, or nothing started yet, or nothing or it started but kind of hanging out there. The situation in which you cannot change anything. No matter what you do, you cannot change anything, or he cannot change anything, or both of you cannot change anything in this period of time. Of course, you know, this would require more cards to look into it. Why? Because very often the Four of Swords shows karma, so would be needing to look, okay, what's there and where is it going? Is it going anywhere? Because what happens in a position condition like this, you can be stuck in this expecting, waiting for quite a bit of time. But also he can have a past which is very which has a lot of power over him, or you can have that past, but you are not building relationship, or you're not moving your relationship anywhere. Nothing is going on right now. Some of you in silent, you don't even talk. Some of you got hurt and need time to heal. You found out something. Maybe you found out that he's not gonna do anything about you, and you are healing and you're trying to cope. And being honest with you, when I see this card, I say, please, girls, find a psychologist. And don't think a psychologist it means you're crazy. Psychologist helps you find the answers. Psychologist is someone who understands how to help. It's not somebody who's going to tell you you're crazy. That's a psychiatrist. We're talking about psychologists, especially gifted psychologists. Please, if you need a healer, give me, email me. I will give you info of Madhumita. But usually there is no sex, there is no love making, there is sometimes no communication, sometimes separation. Nothing is going on. Let's see what's gonna be happening. Okay, this is not, nobody knows. Oh boy. So very, very complicated situation, because two major arcana, the Fool, can mean several things. The Fool can mean that it's not going to become any serious in the future, but the Fool also can mean the thing is that flirt. Full means in relationship, full means suddenly spontaneous development of relationship. But it's just, well, the problem with the fool, that the fool is not serious. The fool does not belong to nobody, and does not belong to himself. So you can see the cliff here. And so the destiny can test you about this man. So probably there will be a situation in which you would have to completely trust the source, the universe, and make this step, and believing that you're going to be lifted above the ground. This is the beginning of a romance. These are the circumstances which just happened, and then you just, it just happened, and suddenly you're talking, you're flirting, and it seems like it's the beginning of something new with him you starting, or it's a new stage in your relationship. But unfortunately, it's not possible to predict where it is going. When you see the Fool, which is a zero arcana, it's not even a first arcana, it's a zero arcana. They say it's a child which is not born. The child is there in a mom's womb, but we don't know he's gonna be born to be an artist. He's going to change the world. He's going to become a movie star, or he's going to become, maybe someone who is going to make something evil, do something evil, and make people suffer. We don't know. It's unborn child, so it's a beginning. Yes, it is there. Yes, but where it is going, we don't know. We can talk about spontaneous events. We can talk about erotic. We can talk about fantasies. We can talk about sensuality and passion, crazily making love with each other, planning for the future. But where it is all going, we don't know. We would have to look into it. Now, the door in virtue, what we have here, pay attention to the red flags. So pay attention to the red flags when all these crazy, insane things, beautiful things are gonna start happening. Please try not to completely lose your head and plan for 20 years ahead. Just pay attention to the red flags. It's not negative a card, it's a warning. So this is it for row number 1. The row number 2, let's move it a little bit. Your past with him. Okay. So you met, some of you met at some celebration, something connected with people being together, gathering together. I hope it's not a bar, but why not? A bar, a restaurant, a birthday, some place when people are having fun, because this is how it all started for you. At some point, unfortunately, this card is positive, but at some point, unfortunately, shows a third-party relationship. If it is your story, but you met, you started to flirt, you started to talk. It was so much fun. Some of you met at the wedding, or somebody's engagement, or some baby was born and you were celebrated. It was celebration of something, and it was so sweet and so nice, and you clicked and you felt this butterflies. It was so romantic. It's a positive card. It's this card which is called Holiday of Love, and you felt those feelings and emotions, and you were like, oh my God, what a guy, and he was like, oh my God, what a girl, and beautiful. It all started very, very beautiful. So it seemed to you, you found the one, that after winter time came springtime. Emotionally you felt connected with him, mentally, probably, even spiritually, some of you, and you saw in him that he is going to fulfill all your dreams, and he is going to be the one, and then you're going to be happily ever after. Let's see what's going on right now. If it was as good, okay. What's going on right now? I don't like Page and Knight of Swords. What's going on right now? Of course, girls, if it resonates. If it doesn't resonate, of course, not your story. But right now we are having beautiful sex. And the problem with the pages, this is either happening right now between you two, or this is going to happen in the nearest future, because especially if you're dealing with a man of course once, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or if you deal with a younger man than you. uh, a lot of enthusiasm from his side, lots of sexuality, sensuality. I want you, I want to see you, I want to hold you, I want to make love with you. But unfortunately, this is this is again the flirt, this is desire, this is chemistry. But unfortunately, this is not something, it's not a man who he's involved with his not deeply yet involved. There could be a hope in here if you just give him time, but unfortunately he's spontaneous. It's not a mature. Even if he's 49, he's not mature. He mostly follows the instincts, the lower chakra, muladhara, the root chakra impulses, and his, his sexual, sensual. He can make love to you up to the point you forget your name. He's passionate, but unfortunately, he is not reliable. Not a reliable. Who It's a man who lives today. Today I'm here today with you, babes, and if you try to ask him where it is all going, how it is all gonna be developing, he might tell you, no, don't, babes, don't ask me this question. I'm holding you now, you holding me now, and why to bother? Tomorrow will come, or tomorrow we'll think about it. So lover of one night, this card has a nickname, this one is, and then the Knight of Wands has those lover of one or several nights. So you can't rely on him, and you plan having family with him. Let's see what the future. Well, it can be. So here is advice to you, Empress. You can become his Empress. He can stay with you if you are smart. Definitely, Empress is older, either by age. Why am I not able to speak? Either by age she's older, or she's socially you are higher than him. He's a boy. Again, by age or by any other means. So the future can work out, because this is the Empress brings the union of two people together, and says that things are going to be wonderful. But also Empress brings the dynamic similar to the ones, the dynamic when people are something starts to developing very fast. Empress is the symbol of true love, but at the same time it bothers me, Empress, and this boy, that I don't want you to take onto this role. I am your mama, I am your papa, I am your sister, I am your lover, you are my baby, I will take care of you, my baby. Empress can so-called train the man. Don't tell a man that you can train him and not change him, but you can make him, you can mature him if you're wise, if you're really, really wise. Because what happens is you are out of his league. Empress is out of the league, of course, of a page. Page is a child, but still there is a chance for true earthy love. You can pull him to the level of, if not emperor, but you can put him to the level of, king of wands. Also, you can have future with him, you can have children with him, but you have to understand that she's very influential, so you can have enormous influence on him. So you can teach him how not to, jump from bed to bed. You can make him understand that warmth and togetherness with someone who knows you with someone who understands you, with someone who will be there for you and with you. Your influence is huge on him, so please just use your Empress wisdom, and you can bring him to the point of King of Wands. What is here? Trust. Interesting. So yeah, you got yourself a case of this hot boy who wants to run around and, you know, kind of make himself feel good by breaking heart, but conquering hearts. But you can, I believe this is more on for him. Teach him to trust you. Teach him to believe you. Teach him to see things deeper. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Very interesting. I would pull a couple more cards here. So this is number 2. Number 3. The last one. Number 3. Your past. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We just were talking about your brother. The past. He saw, he took it, and he won. So the past happened as extreme sexual attraction of yours to him. We're looking at yours. So you see him. You see him and you feel the fire burning in your arms, in your heart. He does the same. This is passion. So your past with him is passion. You just felt instead of blood, there was fire. Unfortunately, of course, this is the case, the same case of Page of Wands. He loves passionately and then disappears. He's free lover. This man is a free lover, freedom lover, especially if you're dealing with, again, we're dealing with fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, in Sun, Moon, or Rising. But as I already told you many times, if you're dealing with a Scorp can be anybody from any sign. So you felt pull, magnetic pull. You felt you want this man. You felt you want to hold him. You want to kiss him. You want to be with him. So for some of you, it means that pretty fast you were ending up making love with each other. But unfortunately, for some of you, you were married. Excuse me. And this man became your escape from a routine. Or you are in a relationship, but your relationship became a routine, and suddenly you get this one, and it brought you out of your routine. It's unfortunately a little bit dangerous. And that's the past. Let's see the present. Okay. I am not extremely thrilled. 2 of Pentacles present. Who is playing with who? 2 of Pentacles always talks about 2 partners. So what I just said, you probably were in a relationship or you were married, but it became a routine, because I'm looking at your present. And you are now stuck with him. You're thinking about him, you're wanting him, but you have already somebody in your life and you do not know what to do with all of this anymore. Another thing, it can be that it happened to both of you. He was married, you were married, both are in dead marriages, nothing is going on. You no longer have connections through heart, soul, body, or anything else. He is your escape from a routine, make you feel like a natural woman, and his escape is you, your escape is him. The decision cannot be made because the decision cannot be made. He cannot leave because he has business, house, whatever. You cannot leave because you have your reasons, and now you're stuck. You don't know what to do. So now you're friends with benefits. This could be the story. So you are juggling two relationships. You are juggling two men, or both of you are juggling two relationships, or one of you. Could it be him? Yes, it could be him who is juggling two relationships. So he is married, you are not, and decisions cannot be made because he wants to keep you, but he cannot leave because he wants to keep the way of life he's used to. This needs a reading. Let's see the view. Okay. Very interesting. The thing is, my beautiful queens, this man, if I just described you the dead end situation, if your situation I have just described is a dead end, both of you married, you are married, he is married, something a dead end, but you became this fling or lovers or escape from morality from each other, then the future is if you are in this situation, the future would be King of Wands. It's not this guy. So your future is a different man. The dead end situation needs to end or will end, of course. You know, this is general reading. If it rings the bell, then it's something you need to hear. If you're single, if you are alone and you got stuck with either a married man or a man who is still in relationship and can't get out of there, this will come out of your life. The destiny is going to give you king, my favorite king, King of Wands. Why my favorite king? Because I think we would be perfect together. Now, my father of my children is the Pisces. He is water and he's perfect. King of Wands. So this is your destiny in the future. Your future is not this situation in which you are stuck. Not this situation, because it looks like you're stuck. It's not developing. Juggling, two of wands. If we talk about relationship, this relationship is similar to a hangman. It's not going anywhere. You're both stuck. Decisions cannot be made. Nothing can be changed. So you can be just staying there, being a lover or being somebody who he's not going to spend the rest of his life or years to come. Your future is a different man. The King of Wands. During soulmate. Soulmate. This is your soulmate. And it's not this man right here. It's a different, your future is with a different man, with a beautiful, charismatic, passion, sensual, masculine King of Wands. This is it, my beautiful queens. I hope it was helpful. Wishing you all the most beautiful things in the world. Namaste.